Hello students, this is your computer teacher and today we will be studying about a word processing software. Before getting started, let's check what we are going to learn today. Today's lecture will be divided into 3 sessions. So without further delay, let's get straight to it. Word processors are basically used to type text, or in other words, it is a digital version of a pen and a paper. The way we write reports, essays, or anything on our notebooks or on a piece of paper, with a similar approach, we can type all those things here on our computer using a word processing software. Now the question is, if we already had a pen and a paper, what was the need of such software? Well, to answer this, I would pull out a fact in front of you that as humans, we are bound to make some errors. It's in our nature, where a digital machine can be dependable in terms of accuracy and also speed. We can easily type, edit, and format text in a word processing software in a better way than by using a pen and a paper. Plus, these digital files can easily be stored and can be recalled at any time without worrying about the deterioration of its binding or a paper quality. So without boring you much with this theory part that is also easily available in your books, you can refer to page number 179. Let's get familiar with the practical side of things. And in this chapter, and for the purpose of this video, we will be using a word processing software from Microsoft Office package, that is Microsoft Office Word. So first things first, let's get to know how to start the application. We'll click on Start menu and then we'll type Word. The application will be shown in the list and we'll click it to open it. As the screen opens up, we'll click on the blank document. And it will create a new blank document for us in MS Word. So this is how MS Word screen user interface looks like. And before getting to know how to save, open, and close the application, let's first get to know about the anatomy of this application software. First of all, we'll be starting from the top. This particular thing on the left corner, top left corner, is the quick access toolbar. It contains a shortcut tools that we more often use while working in an MS Word window. The first and the topmost bar, this is a title bar that displays the name of the document and the application that we are using. It also contains the Help button and Minimize, Maximize, and Close button. Moving down the order, this is the tab list. This is the File button that we are having right here. This particular thing is a File button. This is a Home tab. Similarly, an Insert tab, Design tab, Page Layout tab, References tab, Mailings tab, Review tab, and View tab. Now these tabs generally contain the options that we use while editing or formatting the text that is written in the MS Word application software. So we'll discuss this in detail. Now moving down the order, this particular thing that we have here this is called a ribbon. And this ribbon contains various groups. Just for example, in Home tab, we have Clipboard group, Font group, Paragraph group, and here we have Editing group. Now these groups categorizes the options present in a particular tab. Each and every tab is divided in these groups. Now you can see each and every tab is divided into categorized groups. We can easily find the options that we want to apply and can manage the text and format it accordingly. Moving down the list, here we have a ruler. You can see this particular thing is a ruler, is a horizontal ruler. And on the very left hand side, we will see we have a vertical ruler. Now these rulers are very much essential for defining the page size and the size of the margins that we are using for printing. This blank white area is known as our working area. This is actually the main space where we type the text like this. We can type the text easily on this particular white working area. Edit it and format it as we want. Now this blinking thing here, this is called as the cursor. Let's move downwards at the bottom of this application window. This bar on which my cursor is hovering, this is a status bar. This blue bar at the bottom of the application window is known as the status bar. On the left of it, it shows the page number and the amount of words that we have written in a text document, whether the spellings and grammar has been checked, the language in which we have written the text. And moving on to the right hand side, we have the viewing icons. These are the viewing icons, the way we want to view this page. And at the extreme right here, we have the zooming options. As we can see, if I move this slider to the left, you can see the size of the page decreases. The actual size of the page is not affected, but the view that is shown to us is affected by this zoom slider. This is known as the zoom slider. And as we move to the right, by drag and drop, the size of the page is increased. Now, when the size of the page is increased more than the size of the screen, you can see the scroll bars are here. This is a horizontal scroll bar and this is the vertical scroll bar. Horizontal at the very bottom of the screen just above the status bar, and vertical at the extreme right of the screen, that is the vertical scroll bar. Now we can adjust the screen as per our view by sliding it. Now comes the main part, typing the text, for which the software is specifically used. Now, as I have written few lines here in the MS Word software, we can easily edit the data and we can also format that data by selecting the data using the mouse key. And then from the Home tab in the Font menu, we can easily change the font style and the font size. You can see we can easily edit and format the data at the same time. Now you have to notice this particular thing at the end of some specific blocks. Well, here in the Home tab, it is there in the Every group. Let me show you once again after zooming it out. Look at this. This particular thing is known as a dialog box launcher. Now, what is the purpose of this dialog box launcher? If there is something that you're not able to find in this tab within this group, you just click on this dialog box launcher and it will open up the entire dialog box that will contain all the options available in the font menu. We can change the font style, font size. We can always make the text look a bit different using these effects. We can also change the font color, you can see that. We can change the underline style and also the underline color if we underline the text. Now we reach the part of the video where I will tell you how to save this file. Now to save this file, there are three basic methods. Method number one, we'll go to the file menu and then we'll click on save option. We'll select the destination of the file, let it be downloads for this video, and then we will type the name of it. Hence, we can save the file with this name. Now, if you see the title bar of the application window, earlier it was document 1 and now it has changed to the name of the file that we actually gave. Method number 2, we can use Ctrl plus S shortcut key from the keyboard to save the file. And method number 3 is we can go to the quick access toolbar and click on this floppy icon to save the file. Now the point is, if we have already saved the file once and we have edited the data, let us suppose I have written this and I have changed the contents of the file. Now we again save the file by going to this floppy icon and clicking on it. Now it never asks you about the file name again. Why? Because we have already given it a file name. So we just have to give the file name once. That is for the very first time when we are saving the file, and for the subsequent times, we just need to use any of the three methods that I have explained before. Let me repeat again. We can either go to File menu, click on Save option, or we can press Ctrl plus S from the keyboard, or we can go to this floppy disk icon from the Quick Access toolbar. Now, if you have changed the contents of your document, and you wish to close the document without even saving it, like I'll be going on this top right corner and pressing this, clicking this close option. See, you will be prompted with the dialog box asking you to save the file because your changes have not been saved. So if you want to save it, you can click on the save option and it will be saved. If you don't want to change the contents, you can click on don't save, and if you have done this by mistake, you can cancel it. So I want to save the changes, I'll click on save and it will automatically close. With this, we reach the end of today's lecture. Thank you so much for your patient listening, and for your doubts, you can reach out to me. Until then, stay safe, stay home, stay healthy.